Hello, welcome to Celestial Waters. My name is Demi, so we're going to hop right into it. This is going to be a spirit baby reading for you guys. And this group of spirit babies that is coming through, they keep pointing to coordinates. So where you are currently living, or maybe some of you guys are feeling a pull and a longing to move home, and you could know right now that you're not living in your family home. This is like a stepping stone. For others of you, you could be in the home, you're going to conceive your child, or you're going to be given birth. It's just that you're revamping or you're redecorating the home. They're now pointing to a music group called the Vamps, this all boys band called the Vamps. They're coming through with significance, and maybe some of you guys enjoy their music, or when you were a teenager as well. They're pointing to when you were a teenager, you could have been obsessed with like boy bands. That's coming through with significant. Some of you guys could have been in a music group, like and in a choir, because now they're pointing to a choir. But we're going to get right into it. So we're going to start with some spirit baby poems. Now I can hear the theme tune of Mona the Vampire. So Mona the Vampire is coming through as significant. Maybe you guys watched that when you were children. There's a lot of nostalgia that is coming through with the music you will listen to and the programs, the shows that you would have watched when you were a child. But it's given particularly like teenage years. And for some of you guys, you could have rushed home to like catch certain programs that were on at a certain time after school. That's coming through as significant. And maybe you're noticing that these programs keep popping up on your social media, like on your TikTok, on your YouTube, and it's bringing up this nostalgia within you. This is that sign that you are gearing up to get ready for this child to be coming through Earthside. They're going to be joining you. The name Mona as well, they're bringing the name Mona up, so that name could be significant. We have here old mobile phones, Inspector Gadget, inventing things will be my habit. Intrigued by satellites and bright lights, before I'm born I'll play with the electrics. That's how you know I'm close by, just popping in to say hi. Sometimes it may give you a fright, like the TV going static. Only me, so don't panic. Energy is an interesting thing, you can feel it just like the wind. Gravity and mass. When I'm gifted a telescope, I'll be so glad. So there's something very significant about like technology, mobile phones, and also the electrics that's coming through with this reading. Again, they're saying it's a confirmation. You guys are getting a lot of signs from your spirit babies that are connected to your childhood when it comes to social media, when it comes to stuff popping up on your phones. And they're showing me like something I've seen on TikTok, like people doing advertisements for it on TikTok shop. And it's like there's this little USB that you plug into the back of the TV and has all of these old games like connected to like the Rugrats. They're showing me Sonic, that sort of thing is coming through. So maybe you guys purchased that. What else, Spirit? Some of you guys could be electricians, or maybe this is your partner. You could be rewiring the electrics within your home. That's coming through for some of you. Or maybe the electrics keep tripping, like keeps going on and off. There's something going on within your home to do with the electrics. What else, Spirit? And this spirit baby is also going to be moving through technology and the electric within your home and other buildings that you enter into. So you could be walking in to get like a coffee in a cafe, for example, and all of a sudden the lights go on and off as you walk in. Everybody could turn around and look and be like, what the fuck? Like that kind of energy is coming through. We have here 888. Generational wealth is on the way. I'll always have a lot to say. There's so much going on in my little brain. Once I'm born, nothing will be the same. You feel it too, that I'm destined for fame. Not in a materialistic but godly ordained way. More than a monthly lump sum, I am the one our ancestors chose to guide out of poverty and into a nice home. So for a lot of you, your spirit baby is assisting you with the moving. You've been wanting to move out of your area. Some of you guys could want to move even further, like across seas to a completely different country. Maybe it's a different state. But you're wanting to move, and it's not only that, it's because this child needs to be born in that certain home and that certain land. And they're pointing to like everything to the minute detail. It's all a divine orchestration when it comes to the conception of these children and the birth. They need to be born in a certain coordinate. It's coming through as very, very significant. What else, Spirit? And you know this if you're someone who's had your birth chart read, or you're really interested in astrology or Vedic astrology, they're bringing through as well, and looking up your birth chart, your natal chart, because you know that down to the second that you were born and the coordinates of where you were born, this all creates a specific chart. And if you were born like half an hour later, that would change your chart somehow. That would change the energy that you were born into. That would change your map for this lifetime. We have here, so maybe recently you've been becoming more interested in astrology and looking up your birth chart. We have Uncle Dan, he's the man, always got a plan. Sometimes he looks after me. We have a special bond, you see. He always steps up so I don't miss out. Use your words, little mister, miss, don't just pout. I sulk when I don't get my way, but Uncle won't play that game. Peter Pan and Fantasy Lands. We do a lot of role playing, a field, trees, and imagination. That's all you need. Pretend to be all that you are. Believe you are a star, and in this life you'll go far. I do feel like there's going to be children coming through who are destined to be musicians, but also in the industry of acting. And it's going to be the newer industries after the old ones have been revealed for who they truly are. And I'm getting a yuck. Like a child saying, ugh, yuck. So all of the darkness that goes on in a lot of these industries with a lot of like famous people and celebrities like Hollywood, that thing, but also the music industry they're pointing to as well. The curtain is coming down on who these people really are. You mean you're already seeing it, but you're going to see it more and more and more. And then obviously God's children, those who are supposed to be in the public eye, those who actually have this star power, and it's not harvested from the energy of the collective and then placed on the person so they glow. It's a real inner glow that's coming from that soul self-mastery. These souls are going to be put in the spotlight. These souls are going to be on the stage. These souls are going to be in these movies and these programs, are going to be doing these big creative things. They're supposed to be seen. They are being born to be seen. They're being born into this new paradigm, and when this splitting is going on, so there's very, very powerful souls coming through with these new generations. You guys can feel that, so you've been preparing for it. And it's where a lot of you will be bringing these children through a later age. So some of you guys could already had children. You could have had children when you were very, very young. Or you could have just recently had children in the last few years, and you're going to be adding more children into your family. For others of you, this is going to be your first child. But a lot of you guys would have been chosen to have this soul coming through at a later age. They're saying it's all divinely guided. It was always part of the plan. We have here snowman and snow angels. I call it frozen rain. I could play out in the snow all day. Winter is my favourite season. The rest of the year is just teasing. Sometimes in life there isn't a reason. Hot cocoa and snuggling with mummy. Me and daddy love her fluffy tummy. We watch the snowflakes fall. Sometimes we use paper to make our own and stick them on the walls. One year the snow goes right up to my ankles. That's when my sibling comes. I do my best not to be a handful and to remember my gloves so my hands don't go numb. So the winter season is coming through as very, very significant. In the UK, in this part of the world, we are moving into the winter months, into Halloween and Christmas. So I do feel like those seasons are going to be very significant for you guys. So for other parts of the world, like Australia, they're moving into like their summer season, but still they'll be having Halloween and Christmas. So they're pointing to Halloween and Christmas. It still counts if you're on another side of the world and you're not moving into your winter. This poem is still connected to you. And maybe you're seeing like snowmen everywhere, or pictures of people making snow angels in the snow. But it could be a favourite season of yours, the winter seasons, or when we're just moving into those holidays, you know. Which deck next? This one here. So what else does the collective need to hear right now when it comes to these spirit babies? You guys could be seeing 888 everywhere, that repeating angel number. And I do feel like you're literally being pulled to look at the clock or look at your phone or look at a gadget within your house that has the time on it when you're about to be seeing a certain angel number. So let's say like your microwave is about to change to 333. You could literally feel your face being turned by like spirit, by your ancestors, to look to make sure you see it. So you guys could also be seeing that number because they put it in my mind, 333. What else, spirit? Some of you guys could be 33. They're saying don't sleep on the age 33. We have Our Lady of the Ripening on the Vine. You are coming into your power. Maybe when you guys were 33, this is when you realised you were standing in your power. But look at this down here, a home. There's something very significant about the house that you were in for this child to be conceived or for this child to be birthed. Yeah, because you want to be creating that nest. You want to be in that home that feels like a home. Doesn't necessarily have to be like this massive mansion. It's just the energy of that house. It needs to feel like a home and not just like a roof over your head and bricks. It's going to feel very, very safe where you guys are moving to or where you currently reside. But you could be seeing the white dove everywhere or just white birds, particularly in your dreams. Some of you could have recently been visited by a white dove in your dreams. And for some of you, it could have spoke to you. Like literally its mouth could have spoke like a human. Because they're pointing to Dr. Dolittle. So the movie Dr. Dolittle is coming through is very significant. Others of you could have a very powerful telepathic connection with animals. Like you literally will speak to them in your mind and they listen to you. This is for someone who has pets and you could have been practicing it. Like you're talking to your cat or your dog in their mind and they actually listen to you. And you can notice when you're doing this, you're trying to connect. I'm seeing a dog kind of be like, and they look at you and they stand up and they're all smiley because they're hearing what you're saying to them in their mind. There's a lot of colour coming through with this card as being significant. They're pointing to all of the colour. So maybe you're feeling drawn to wear very bright colours right now. But I do feel like the colours within you are coming to the surface. So how you express yourself is going to be changing. Because you've gone through a very significant, powerful rebirth. Particularly when I'm recording this, we've just had the partial solar eclipse. So it's like that eclipse energy, which is a definite rebirth. And also it's everything and nothing at the same time. So I feel like you guys would have gone for a powerful shift. Then we have here Our Lady of the Sacred Sisterhood. You see all this fire. It's giving the solar eclipse energy that is coming through here. So whenever you are watching this reading, you've had this activation within you when it comes to your sacred flame. It's like you've gone through a solar eclipse within you. I'm struggling to speak, so some of you guys, some of you guys, they're pointing to the throat chakra. You could have noticed how it's rebirthed your throat chakra. Or you're noticing where you're around people and you go choked up, as if you can't speak. It's like their energy is kind of trying to like strangulate you and have you in a chokehold. So you could be realizing who people are around you who are like bullies, who are judgmental, who like to shame other people, push people when they're already down, like bullies. You're noticing who these people are. But again, there's something very significant about birds and you being visited by birds who are your ancestors when you are asleep. For some of you, it's also happening in the waking world. You keep being visited by the same bird. Maybe two of them come and visit you at once. What else, Spirit? Again, I feel like you're feeling drawn to wear like yellows, oranges, reds, like different colours. And like, you know, like fall colours. So like this kind of burgundy colour, like a wine, a red wine they're giving me. You could be feeling cool to wear those kind of colours. And colours that are warmth. They bring comfort and warmth. Our Lady who sends the angels. You see the two birds again. The two birds is coming through is significant. Some of you guys could be destined to be having twins. Or 2 children, or 2 more children. You may already have children. And it's like the birds are singing their song to you and they're talking to you. And they're poised to this turquoise colour. This colour could be a favourite colour of yours or your partner. Your heart has gone through a huge activation in terms of you remembering who you are on a soul level. It's activated to the point you're remembering that you are royalty. That your soul is royalty, that your soul is treasured and loved by the Most High God. And you see the crown. You guys could be seeing peacocks everywhere, but you see the crown. Because this is the thing, the Most High God, he holds the crown here, right? He doesn't drop it, he doesn't pull it higher, he keeps the crown here. It's up to human beings and whether they're going to do the work and rise up in order to like plop, that crown goes on their head, right? That's what you guys have been doing. And that's what you continue to do. And this is what you're going to teach these children, which is why they waited to this point for you guys to conceive. Like you had to pull yourself up into your peacock. They keep pointing at a peacock. Anything else in this deck? No? This one? Our Lady of the Inner Gate. Yeah, you've gone for a powerful reawakening. Is there birds on every... Is there 2 birds on every card? No. It's like every card in this deck that has 2 birds on it is flown out. So the 2 birds is coming through is significant. You're definitely being visited by them within the waking world and your dream state. And again, some of you are destined to have a multiple birth, both naturally and those of you who are seeking medical assistance like IVF. Some of you who are using a donor, they're pointing to a donor as well, a sperm donor. Could also be an egg donor. For those of you who are in same-sex connections, you could be noticing that you're seeing the rose, you're seeing images of Mother Mary everywhere, because she governs everything that is to do with children, fertility, and the womb, and being a mother, the mother. She's a great mother. She birthed Jesus Christ, right? She birthed that second coming, the Messiah. So you could be visited by Mother Mary within your dreams, but I do feel like her energy in general is surrounding you guys right now. It's like she's cloaking you as well. She's protecting you, but she's cloaking you in this beautiful healing rose energy and this divine feminine energy, which is assisting with that expanding of the heart that you guys are going through. And it's activating the sacred flame, this feistiness and this fire that exists within you. The sleeping dragon will rise. The sleeping dragon will rise, I'm hearing. What else? Spirit. One at a time. We have green, heart healing. You've had a powerful heart expansion and activation. You may be seeing the colour green everywhere. This could be another colour that you guys are feeling drawn to. But there's something about royal colours and royalty. And I do feel like this spirit baby, I mean, don't feel like, it's like a certainty and knowing, and you guys are going to have that knowing. This child is destined for great things because of who the soul is, because of the self-mastery they've already overcame and hold and hone through their past lives, through their soul's travels. They could have a lot of green within their aura. So maybe when you are connecting with your spirit baby and you're seeing them, you're feeling them around you, you could be seeing green orbs or green flashes at like the corner of your eye. And obviously when you go through this kind of heart activation and expansion, your prosperity and your abundance will increase. You're all going to be on a different timeline, but it will start to increase, and you're going to start to notice it straight away. Like little things in your everyday mundane life. Maybe you go shopping and you realize something you've picked up didn't have the sale price or the discount price. You go to the till, you get a nice surprise. Everything was a lot cheaper than you thought it was going to be. You know, that sort of thing. Maybe you go in to get like your lunch and they give you a discount or they have a deal on that day. It's like little things like that. You're going to notice that your luck is going to start to change. And I feel like more people will be stopping and giving you compliments. This includes strangers, but also people you already know, family, friends, colleagues. Tree of life, travel on. And they're pointing, like, again, they're pointing to all of this in these different colours. You could play a game that kind of looks like this or has like these balls of colour. Maybe they look like orbs. Some of you guys could play a game. And I'm hearing Tetris. I'm hearing the game Tetris. What else, Spirit? Your wings. Your wings are expanding, but they're also, they've got like a more glow about them when it comes to the colour. The colour is really, really glowing. What else, Spirit? And they're pointing to this card, and you see down here, you see the top of Earth. I can hear spirit babies being like, we're coming. So they're about to be flying down and coming to Earth. And they're pointing to the wings. So they're saying for a lot of them, they are Earth angels. And that's part of their purpose, to be an Earth angel in this lifetime. They're saying like you. We have evolution, birthing the new. This heart expansion, you guys recently had to go through it because this is paving the way for this conception, for this child to be coming through. And you're going to be having a lot of linking up the dots, like playing dot to dot when it comes to your life, but to do with your fertility and to do with these children coming through. You're going to be like, ah, okay. That's why I experienced that miscarriage in the past. That's why maybe I was struggling for like 4 years trying to conceive and it wasn't happening. That's why this happened. That's why that happened. You're connecting all of these dots. It's going to be very powerful for you, and it's going to assist you in letting go of a lot of heaviness that you were carrying. And maybe a lot of you women could have been questioning like your worth or who you are as a woman because you were struggling to conceive or you were struggling with your fertility. That's coming through for someone. You're letting go of all of that. You're releasing it. So there's a huge weight that's going to be lifted, but it's a weight that's going to be lifted around here from the womb, from the solar plexus area, from the sacral. Particularly, they're poisoned to those two. They're poisoned to this here, like the Venus and the Mars, the male and the female. So some of you guys are destined to have twins, a boy and a girl, a multiple birth. And they're pointing to like signs you would see in a supermarket, like 2 for 1, 2 for 1. So maybe you guys are noticing you're seeing those signs everywhere. There's a lot of signs you're going to be seeing in your everyday life, things that you do every single day. They're not wanting you to dismiss them. What else, Spirit? And you could be seeing images like this of babies within the womb or of a baby within a heart shape. You could be seeing images like this everywhere. Some of you guys could have recently been engaged to. Something about rings coming through, a commitment. Or maybe you're about to be meeting this person you will have children with. You haven't met them yet. For others of you who have already met your person, the mother or father of your child, there's a deepening of your connection. You mirror each other. So where you've gone through this expansion, so have they at a heart center level. And we have here New Dawn. Welcome back. Yeah, the partial solar eclipse has wakened everybody up, particularly to do with the body and a lot of health issues that a lot of people were going through. But it brought a lot of nostalgia. It's like time collapsed. It's like it literally time collapsed people's lives. So you could have felt like you were time traveling. Maybe you felt like the past, the present and the future were literally all happening simultaneously, because they do. But we normally have these walls up between the past, the present moment and the future to kind of keep us sane as a human being while we're having this experience. But it's something about recently with this solar eclipse energy that was going on within you. And you don't have to be watching it at the time where we just had the solar eclipse. There's something about that being awakened within you, your inner fire, right? Your sun, the sleeping sun or the sleeping lion they're talking about. It caused a powerful awakening and a tearing when it comes to time. So maybe you just really grounded that truth that time is an illusion. It is literally illusion. It's not real. It's just something we go by as human beings. Again, something to do with us keeping the logical mind sane. Keeping that mind that is connected to the ego sane. It helps to have those boundaries up. Because when it comes to the veil as well, when it comes to the other side, the veil doesn't actually exist. This is, again, something human beings put up to keep us protected and sane. You look here, it kind of looks like a veil. And like this is what is being pulled back as well. The sun is shining on everything that is dark and heavy and needs to be exposed. Complete ending of a cycle. You could be seeing 1010, the number 10 everywhere. But when we're at a complete ending of a cycle, we're also at that starting point. This is also when we build those new foundations and we walk to the brighter horizons. We walk into the new dawn. We have healing, pause to receive. Yeah, this is what you've been going through. And colour, something very significant about colour. Maybe you work with colour. You could work as like a colour therapist. As I've said that, it says Kundalini at the bottom, untapped energy, yet your fire has been wakening within you. But look at all of the colour of the Kundalini. That's what's rising within you. This is why it's been extremely powerful. And this is why you had to wait till now for this child to be conceived. Because you had to be in this power. You had to be aligned within yourself before this child could come through. Because of who their soul is at a blueprint level. It's like everything has to mesh up. It was never actually to do with like the fertility and the health issues that we're going through. It was because you had to overcome all of that. But it was always to do with the self-mastery and the key and the magic you now hone because you went through those experiences. That's what it was about. It was about your Kundalini rising. It was about you waking up to your fire, to your royalty, to your true blueprint. So you could open a door to bring this child through because you had to open a certain door to bring this child through. But maybe you guys are seeing colours like this when you're in the astral as well, or when you're in your meditations. You could feel like you're kind of being wrapped or cloaked in these beautiful colours. What else, Spirit? They're saying one turned over. Oh, here. We have as above, so below, heaven and earth. Yeah, there was like a collapsing that happened with time, but it also happened with this physical and this spirit world. And you witnessed it, you saw it. You could have been having dreams of kind of this mirroring going on. Of like the upper world and the lower world. And how they kind of actually just merge into one. And how they're completely intertwined. You could have also been having dreams of like the sky splitting or opening up. Or maybe the ground. And you could be noticing there's a lot of natural disasters going on right now. You know, like volcanoes that are being active. Showing activity when they haven't for years that are erupting. There's a lot of sinkholes that are happening everywhere. There's a lot of earthquakes. Because Mother Earth is moving up in consciousness. So she needs to shake. She needs to shake to wake herself up and shake off all of the parasites. But she needs to also shake to wake us up, the human race. What else, Spirit? They want to get some baby says messages. We have... I came to you in your dreams, Mama, Daddy. Did you see me? I was so excited to see you. They're definitely not only coming to you in your dreams, but they're sending you signs in your dreams. For a lot of you, it's birds. It's like they're sending two. They could be sending two of a sign that you guys are connecting to your spirit, baby. For some of you, it could be elephants. It could be a crescent moon. See, we have an elephant here on the card. What else, Spirit? For others of you, it could be a bear. And there's like a bear that's a cartoon character. So maybe it's a bear that's connected to a cartoon that you used to watch when you was younger. Mama, Daddy, I'm super proud of you. I want to be a superhero just like you. They're so proud of the work you have done on you. On the fact that you rose up and you're now wearing that crown. Because they know how hard that is. Because their soul's been through it too. And are now literally seeing you with this cape and with this cloak. But again, it's made of light. It's made of all of these different colours. They're seeing your wings too. I'm just seeing like spirit baby souls on the other side. It's like they're beaming, smiling at you. They're shining down on you. They're so proud of what you have done. Because remember, your spirit baby, they're part of your spiritual court. And for some of you, part of your ancestry before they come through. Mama, Daddy, I send you feathers and coins all the time. Just to let you know that you're safe and I'm always with you. Again, they're sending you signs. So it's not only in the dream state, it's also in the physical. They're playing with the electrics. Remember, they're pointing to the electrics again. But you could be finding feathers everywhere and coins everywhere. They're pointing to the coin and they're saying your luck will improve. For those of you where you haven't noticed yet, it's going to be trickle in slowly, so pay attention. Your luck will improve. For others of you, it's just going to flip overnight. Like this abundance is going to come in overnight. You could be noticing you're seeing the colour green everywhere. I've said that. Look at the bottom. They want the bottom first. Double the giggles and double the grins. Are you ready for double the trouble? It's twins. Look at the green. With the green beans as well. And then we have here, talk to your inner child like you talk to me. Little you needs some attention. So some of you guys may have like a few more layers when it comes to your inner child. They're pointing to the teenager. So teenage years is coming through is significant. They want you working on before they can fully align and be conceived and come through. Let's get some signs for you. Signs or timings. They want some timings. So can we get some timings connected to conception and the birth date? Thank you. We got August. We just had August. So maybe some of you guys are conceived already. But this could be pointing to next year. So August for conception and birth is coming through as significant. We have the one in crescent. So this moon phase could be very significant. You see again the crescent moon. And we have during Aquarius season. So Aquarius season could also be very significant. What else, Spirit? Obviously Aquarius season is around like the winter time as well. We have 1 week. 1 week for some of you guys when it comes to conception. Then we have this year. So before this year closes out. And as I said, we're moving into winter. Halloween and Christmas time could be very significant for a lot of you conceiving. Then we have weekend. You could conceive on a weekend. And you look at the open road and the sun. That's what you have moved yourself towards. This timeline. The timeline of the sun, which is your destiny. At first quarter, another moon phase coming through as significant. And then we have the full moon. So the moon is coming through very, very strongly. You guys could be feeling like you're being pulled. It's almost you're being pulled by the moon right now. So you could be receiving a lot of messages and downloads when you stare at the moon, when you moon gaze. We have at the bottom of the deck divine timing. This is what you're realizing. Everything in divine timing. It's all a divine orchestration down to the tiny, tiny, smallest detail. The top of the deck we have next week. So you got 1 week and next week. So that's very, very soon for a lot of you. What else, Spirit? They want to get some messages from this one about the Spirit baby. So can we get a few more messages about who this soul group are for these Spirit babies? We have the wild card, Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Look at that, the sun. Look at that golden energy. And it looks like his halo behind him. It looks like the sun. Some of you guys could be destined to have a literal son, to have a little boy. But these souls so powerful. Very ancient, very old. You're going to feel this energy coming off them. Some of you could nickname them like an old man or an old woman when they're a toddler. Thanking you. We have Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. Move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. That's what you've been doing. Look, the heart with the crown. I feel like you're seeing this kind of image everywhere. A heart with a crown, or you're just seeing them separately. But you have been crowned because you have claimed your anointing. You have to claim to be a chosen one. Some souls are born, yes, with a specific purpose and divine mission. It doesn't mean they're going to remember. Or if they do remember, it doesn't mean they're going to step up and follow that yellow brick road path. You have a free will. You have a choice. As a human being, even as a soul on the other side, they have a choice. These souls have choices on which parents they're going to choose. And whether they actually want to incarnate and have a human experience at this time. You always have a choice. We have Diana, focused intention. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. These are God's warriors. His peaceful warriors, his calm warriors. And if they need to move into a more demonic kind of face, they will do. So they're an angel to the majority of people, but sometimes they can flip and they can move into that demon kind of energy and be on that demon time, I'm hearing. But the crescent moon, you see, the crescent moon is coming through as significant. We have Bridget, inner strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. the sacred flame has really risen in a lot of you. You've gone through a Kundalini awakening. This can sometimes kind of trigger you into thinking you've gone a bit mad and gone a bit insane. You haven't. Your divine flame has awoken. But you also know that as well. Like you'll know that this is the Most High. You'll know there's this fire that's risen within you and you have changed. You've been reborn and you will never be the same again and your life will never be the same again. But sometimes you can kind of have that little bit of doubt. So maybe some of you guys have recently booked a reading. You need to book a reading just to have those confirmations come through. That no, you are not insane, you are not tripping. You have just gone through this very powerful rebirth and you are aligning to your spirit baby, to the timeline where they will be born. They will be coming through Earthside and joining you. Again, you look at the green. You stepped into your future self. You've done it. You've done it. Like, pat yourself on the back. You've done it. This, so we get some signs. Okay. Butterfly. You have your new wings and look at these beautiful colours that are now held on your wings and within your auric field. So that makes you more magnetic when you have all these royal colours within you. You could be dreaming of colours or like dreaming like your hair. Maybe you're having dreams, you're dyeing your hair like a very bright colour within the dreams. What else, Spirit? Kite. This is a sign that could keep coming out for you guys in like when you're watching spirit baby readings. But the kite is that sign of you moving to higher heights, of you flying free. But it could have been something you played with when you was a kid because that nostalgia keeps coming through. We got hearts, so you definitely will be seeing hearts everywhere. That's your spiritual core and ancestors wanting you to know that you are loved, you are unconditionally loved, and you're on the right track. We have sweets. Do you guys have a sweet tooth? Maybe your partner does. This could well be the spirit baby coming through. Particularly they're pointing to that lolly. Also there's two more hearts on the card. 2 is significant. You could be seeing 2, 2, 2 everywhere. But they're pointing to the lolly. So they're going to like ice cream lollies. They're going to like ice cream. What else, Spirit? Some of you guys could have IBS. And be like lactose intolerant when it comes to dairy. We got pink. So this could be a colour you guys are seeing or you're drawn to. This pink colour. Pink is connected to like attraction. And we have Harry Potter. I'm not surprised for Harry Potter coming out here. Because these children coming through, they're very, very powerfully tapped in to all that is. I'm hearing to all that is. They hold that like eclipse energy. Harry Potter could also be like a favourite book or a movie of yours. Franchise, I'm hearing. We have beach. So you could live near a beach. Or maybe some of you guys will be moving who are being called to move. You're going to be moving. You're going to be near the water, near the beach. And then we have balloons. You could be seeing balloons everywhere. Maybe you're seeing a random balloon that just kind of floats by on its own. It could be of a certain cartoon character. It could be of a certain like a letter or it could be a number. And we have signs, baby on board signs. You may be seeing these signs everywhere you go. And then we have mummy's name. So you may be hearing your name being called when there's nobody around. And that will happen when you are going through an awakening. It's normally your higher self and your spiritual court trying to get your attention. But this is also going to be your spirit babies like calling out your name. But you also could be noticing like when you're out and about, going in supermarkets, shops, whatever, going on a walk, that you hear your name being called by somebody else who has your name. And it could be being called by a child. And you could have like a very unusual name. Again, they're pointing to the name Mona. So the name Mona coming through is significant. I want to get one card from this deck here. One card. Thank you. We have Imhotep. Temple healing. It's that confirmation again. You've gone for a powerful healing. And now you know. It's like after this healing, you've gone through this heart awakening activation. Now you know that you are so contracted to be a parent. It's going to be happening for you. It's like, okay, now I can sit, I can relax. So you could have had a lot of tension or stress within your body when you were worried about divine time or whether this was actually going to happen to you. If it was promised by the Most High God, then God keeps to his promise. Maybe it happens in a way that you didn't expect. Maybe you have to use medical assistance like IVF. Or it's just the fact that it took longer to happen naturally. For others of you, maybe you've been looking into adopting, fostering. Anything else, Spirit? I want one card. Thank you. That was quick. We have lavender. Tranquility, kindness, self-care. That's what you've been doing. And you've been laying down new foundations and roots within yourself. You've got into the roots of your trauma, of pain you were holding on to, and of past life issues that you brought with you into this life. I heard followed as well, that follows you into this life. You've worked through them, and now these beautiful crystals and this heart are blooming in that place where you once had roots that were kind of rotting. For some of you guys, you could have experienced chronic health conditions for a lot of your life, like this numbing chronic pain. It was just always there, and you were like, what is this? Some of you guys could be smelling lavender everywhere. Maybe you really like that scent. You could like having it within your home. Maybe some of you guys have the lavender flower within your garden. But the amethyst card came through before, so you could be working with that crystal, the amethyst crystal. It could be a favourite of yours. Now we're going to get one card from this deck. We're going to start closing up the reading. The hell? So I'm using this deck here, right? But there's two cards of this deck. It's a Christ consciousness deck. I don't know why they're in here. But okay, we're going to be reading these ones out. It says, new vintage, be open-minded. And you see she's holding the cup. Someone could have a lisp. You see she's holding the cup. It looks like it's full with wine. And the wine colour was coming through earlier as significant. Your cup is about to be overflowing. And you have stepped into this crone type of wisdom within you. You've unlocked that wisdom within you, like the elder within you. Again, they're talking about the past self, the present self, the future self. It's all intertwined. It's already happened. So a lot of you guys, you've already grown elder. Do you know what I mean? You've already become this elder. And this elder that didn't just grow up. Someone who learned from their mistakes and took accountability and got wiser. And got more youthful. Something about the eyes where you got more youthful. Maybe some of you guys literally had a vision, like a flash to your future self or what you would look like in your old age. Or you could have dreamt it. Reliving suffering, move beyond your pain. That's that confirmation. That's what you did. You could be seeing the cross everywhere. Maybe you guys come from a Christian background. You could be Christians. And maybe you love to wear like the cross, Christian jewelry everywhere. And it's like you've put up this white flag when it comes to yourself and your life. You've put up this white flag. So you're not going to be in that like fighting, like stressy energy, like fight or flight energy anymore. It's a calmer state that you've entered into. Because like you're at the top of the hill now. You're at the top of the hill. And you've done it. You've done that long trek up the mountain, up the hill. But those two are not supposed to be in this deck. I'm going to put those over there. So can we get one card from this deck, please, Spirit? This one. This one here says Sage Stick Cleanse. Some of you guys may love working with sage, or like Palo Santo, to cleanse yourself and cleanse your space. You see the colours, the nail varnish and the ring. So again, you could be drawn to wearing very bright colours right now. Because like colours attract spirits. And when it comes to children love colours, don't they? But you could be seeing birds everywhere, and the ego. The eagle, I said ego, so that's what you've been working through, your ego. And this is now what you've surrendered to, the spirit. You still have a bit of ego, we need that. You don't want it to completely die, but the ego is not in the driver's seat. Your soul's in the driver's seat. This solar energy, that divine spark of the Most High God, that kundalini is now in the driver's seat. So you're going to be moving up higher a lot faster. You'll find that you won't be struggling. I'm hearing the spirit of delay. The spirit of delay is being pulled from your back. You won't be struggling when it comes to things moving at a snail's pace coming into your life. So your blessings and luck will be going up. We're going to get a divine door. The age 13 when you're a teenager. That age could be significant. So I'm staring at the 13 on that card there. Thanking you. We have here 1111. Numbers in double, synchronicity in 2. Don't hold back your love now. Life is meant for you. Exactly. It's like grabbing life by the balls. You're going for it now. You could be seeing 1111 everywhere. There's like certain angel numbers you're going to be seeing everywhere. It's like your head's going to be turning. And you're going to be like pulled to look at a clock by spirit. By a gadget within your home that has a clock within it. And I feel like omens and signs are coming in from your spirit baby in 2s. We have a distant kiss in prayer flag, a wish of all wishes that you were here through the sunlight and rain. I need you near. This is you praying and wishing for your spirit baby to be joining you. Look, you're about to be walking through the threshold into God's kingdom, into your destiny. And you see this royalty. It looks like a very royal gate. Some of you guys may be moving abroad to like the UAE or somewhere that has a very, very hot climate. And you feel very pulled there because you've had past lives there. And you see here where it says the welcome. It says welcome. I don't know if you can see it. It's very small on the sign here. It's like you're going to be welcomed into that land and by the culture of those people. So you could be moving somewhere they speak a completely different mother tongue language that may be of a different race to you. You could be the minority over there. But you're going to be very accepted and welcomed with open arms. You're going to feel at home, like I'm home. So a lot of peace and calmness will be coming over you. For others of you, you found that warmth and that peace where you're currently residing. And your home now could remind you of like a grandparent's home. It's coming through for someone. But that's all the messages coming through. I hope that did resonate with someone out there. If you want your own personal spirit baby reading, my website is in the description below. But I'll see you in another video.